My name is Peter Latorre. I fight out of Westbury Boxing Club in Long Island, New York. So this is going to be my third time fighting Melvin. I'm excited to get another opportunity to share the ring with him on June 10th for the SBC title. We fought in the first round of the Ringmasters. He beat me unanimous decision. It sent me into the losers bracket, so of course I wasn't happy about losing, but it gave me another opportunity to showcase my skills, and that even though you lose, you can still bounce back, and I feel like it really showed who I am. The second time we fought was in the finals at Madison Square Garden, and of course I was a little bit more prepared. We were a little bit more familiar with each other. The fight could have went either way. Of course, he won by split decision, and it is what it is. I can't be upset about it. I fought my heart out, and so did he. And the best man won that night, and he has my ultimate respect. But on June 10th, I'm gonna come back a whole different animal, and I'm excited. I've been training really hard. I first stepped foot in a boxing gym in, I want to say 2017. I got back from my first deployment. I was an infantryman in the United States Marine Corps, and my coach Scott and my cousin Anthony told me to come down to Westbury to do some sparring rounds with my cousin Anthony. It was probably the first time I ever sparred, and I wasn't really training. And Scott had told me, when you get out of the military, I want you to come back down, and we could see if we could start a career for you. He saw a little bit of potential in me, and I held that close to heart. So for the following 2 years, I just found time to look for different boxing gyms in Jacksonville, North Carolina, where I was stationed. And I pretty much was just getting beat up in sparring, and I didn't really have a coach, but I was just finding my way to train and get better. Then I got home from the military after 4 years total in October of 2019, and the first place I came was to Westbury Boxing Club. I met Joe Gadesian, and that's pretty much where it skyrocketed. I trained for a couple months, and I got my first fight February of 2020. It was for the Ringmasters. I won 2 fights in a row, and then the COVID pandemic happened. So I was without a gym. I pretty much got sent back to square one, and I didn't stop training. I found a strength and conditioning coach, Coach Noso, and we just grinded every single day. A lot of gyms were closed, but that didn't stop us. We worked out in his garage, and he started his own business, personal training, and I just put in work every single day. Like, I was a full-time college student at the time. I still am, but I was taking 16 credits and training and running, and I just didn't stop. And that pretty much brought me to where I am today. So I personally believe that Melvin and I are the 2 best 156-pound elite amateur boxers in the state of New York, and arguably in the country. No matter what wins or losses, I mean, just watching us fight, you could tell that we love this and we live this lifestyle. Like, there's never been a fight where it's flat. Even in our wins, in our losses, you go watch that and gain respect for us. So seeing 2 fighters that are just hungry, and you could just tell how much we grind and how much work we put in, and we're just constantly just giving it our all every single time we fight. Like, how could you not want to come and watch that? And most importantly, I mean, we've had conversations. We're cool. That's my boy. Outside of the ring, but I mean, we both plan on having a future in this sport, in the professionals. So I mean, you might as well want to watch us now before it costs a lot more money to watch us in the future when we're fighting for world titles. So watch us glow now. Don't wait until 5 years down the road.
I'm Melvin Martinez from the Bronx, training at a Champs Boxing Club. I'm fresh off the Ring Masters of 2023. I had 3 fights in that tournament. I got to fight Peter Latorre in the finals. It was a close fight, I believe, the finals. But I knew I pulled it off. The first and second round. First and third round, actually. The experience was amazing with fighting over there at Madison Square Garden. That was my second time fighting at Madison Square Garden. So I already knew what was going to happen and what was going to come, especially with the crowd and everything. I started boxing because I first moved to New Rochelle at 9 years old. At 10 years old, I was just trying to fit in and everything, but I had older kids sometimes pick on me. I wanted to learn how to defend myself because I didn't have a role model. And boxing it's like a drug. I just got hooked up into it, like, you know, and ever since that, like, I just loved it. I tried karate, I tried wrestling, but boxing was just the one for me. But also, I have my coach Danny Castro, which is he keeps me sharp and always keeps me focused in this sport of boxing. On June 10th, I will be fighting Peter Latorre for the 3rd time, defending my SBC title. I know this fight is going to be a hell of a trilogy. Peter, again, he's a tough fighter. Also, I'm a tough fighter, so I know I'm the best. That's all I can say. So nobody's going to take away the SBC title from me.
I remember when Melvin was about 15 years old, 133 pounds. This is before I was coaching him. He was actually sparring my elite boxers at the time, getting prepped for shows like the New York tournament at a high level. And they were saying, this Melvin kid, good sparring, good sparring. And I remember, I'm like, yeah, this kid's 15 with 0 fights. He just comes in here and hits the bag on his own. You sure he's good for him? Double and bag? Double and bag. Fast forward a couple of more weeks, I started training him. And ever since then, it was just him winning everything. He won everything from 15 to about 17 years old. Never lost a fight. And then he got to the elite level and was beating the highest level of people. And I was like, this kid's gonna be special. Now he stands here, Ringmaster champion. I want him to show out, show what he really can do. And this is a great opportunity for him to show on the SBC cards what he really can do. And he's gonna come in healthy as a horse. And he's one of the best in the country.
Woo! It's go time. Tick, tick, boom. Who bringing the noise? Go baby, we bringing our toys. Separate men from the boys. Chopper be singing, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. Tick, tick, boom. Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds. I didn't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's going quiet.